Happy beautiful day, beautiful people. Welcome to day 97 of posting every single day on YouTube. Now, if you're like, Phoebe, what is going on here? Listen, guys, I have to tell you, this is the lightest hair I have ever done in my entire life. Okay, not really. But since I said doing my hair, besides the corners, because the corners are just like all the way the lemon, the fulani, I don't know what to call them. Anyway, the first style I had, which was about 2 months ago, that was super light. Then I ended up having cornrows and then box braids everywhere. They were knotless, but they were heavy. Now this, mm, you can't tell me nothing. And so I want to, well, did I say welcome to day 97 of posting every single day on YouTube? Like, hello, who's this lady? Like, I'm like, I want to be friends with you, Phoebes. Like, hello, Phoebes. So anyway, I was debating for the last 10 minutes what to do. I mean, how to go about today's video, right? Like I got home and the first thing I did was change into this amazing short dera. If you're Kenyan, Swahili, Tanzanian, you probably understand what I mean when I say dera. If you most people really who speak Swahili would get it. But anyway, I think I had a friend from Comoros, and they used to call them like bubu, like these kind of dresses. And funny enough, in studio, people call them momo sets. So it has a name depending on where you're coming from. I'm Kenyan, so of course, Dara. And I changed into this comfy Dara. It's a short one, very pretty, very cute. And I was having some tea. I got home and I was like, I'm craving tea, like milk tea. I want to drink milk. Sorry about that. Mm. Okay, so yeah, I just had tea, which was oddly satisfying. And so, thinking about today's video, I do have a bit of a creative afternoon. And, on my way home, while thinking about today's video, I thought, well, let's recap yesterday, because yesterday I was finally watched the video I created yesterday. And I realized there's so much I didn't say in there because it was 8:30 and I was quite sleepy and I was like, I need to go to bed. But I was like, okay, is it really posting every single day if you don't actually post? And I'm like, my name's Phoebe and I post videos on YouTube every day, like, except for day 9. And so I think let's recap yesterday, or maybe let's go a little further into 2 weeks ago, right? So 2 weeks ago on a Thursday, I came home, sat down right here, and I thought, I've never been unhappier. I've never felt emptier. Life has never felt more bland and flat than it did on a Thursday 2 weeks ago. I'm looking at my calendar because that was on the 16th of July. And the saddest part was that it wasn't the first time I felt that way. I had felt that way so many times before that. And I just kept thinking, oh, just had a rough day today. Oh, maybe the hormones. Oh, the hormones are hormoning. It's that time of the month. Maybe that's why it's happening. Or like, I clearly thought something was wrong with me. And that's why I was feeling that way. So I stopped everything, you know. I stopped posting about my business. I stopped responding to people. I took time off studio and I just stopped. Because I'm someone who, like, I'm one of the most ambitious people I know. I'm a go, go, go. Like, guys, I get up at 4 a.m. and I look like this at 2 p.m. Hello, somebody. I ran it yesterday when I was getting my hair fixed, the ends of my hair fixed. The lady was doing my hair. We met around 4 p.m. She's like, wow, Phoebe, you look nice. I was leaving there around 5 p.m. And I'm like, I do. And I've been up since 4 a.m., you know. And anyway, I am someone who's really driven and I'll do whatever it takes to get to where I want to go. So when I feel flat, when life goes bland, when I feel empty, I'm like, what is going on? Like, and I'm also someone who, regardless of how I feel, I'll get it done. So how can I phrase it? I'm the go, 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 even when everything needs to be stop, stop going. I completely missed not a red flag, but like the blinking lights. The, you know, when your car is low on fuel and the lights start blinking, the red light. I completely missed those signs and I just kept going. At the same time, I'm the happiest person I know. Like if I know you and I say this, then you already know that I'm the happiest person. We both know. I'm the happiest person I know. And so to wake up every day feeling empty after 8, 9, 10 hours of sleep, like I would get up, go to studio, come back, absolutely talk to nobody except for my mom, and then take a shower at midday, change into my PJs, and just lie down on the couch. Sometimes in bed. Yeah, sometimes I would watch. Come on, my love. Yeah, good mama. Ah. So sometimes I would watch a movie, but most of the times I would just sleep. Like imagine sleeping from 1 p.m., getting up at 6 p.m., going back to bed at 8 p.m., getting up at 4 a.m. And I just burnt out and I didn't even realize it. I mean, I think I knew it, but I just didn't think that stopping was an option. So stopping everything, like quite literally unplugging everything, like, hold up, stop. I am not functioning like I want to. I am not okay. Right now, it's like I'm driving on a car. I'm driving a car where the tires have been like completely ripped out and I'm driving on the rims. Now imagine if you're like me and the idea of like someone biting a sweater. Now imagine a car driving on a tarmac road in rims. I think I think that's how it would sound. Or, you know, like if you're I always reference Kenyans because I grew up in Kenya. So if you remember those Coca-Cola bottles where you had to like, you know, thingy, the bottle top, not the plastic ones, but like as a kid, we played a lot with like bottle tops. Now there are some kids who would take a bottle top and like drag it on the floor, and it wasn't a tile floor; it's like the regular schmegular like floor, the red floors, if you guys know what I'm talking about, and like dragging the bottle top like that is how life felt, not just in my head, but like everywhere else, really. And so taking a break, pausing everything, just saying, if everything falls apart, then let it. I'm not okay and I need to get back to being okay. But more than that, I just wanted to look like, I feel like if you watch my video too, like if you've been watching my videos and maybe you watched a video like a week ago or 2 weeks ago, you're like, Phoebe, what are you talking about? Yeah, because I'm always smiling. It's not a fake smile. No, I'm a very joyful person. And honestly, I think I'm one of the prettiest people I know. And actually, no, that's a wrong way to say it. I find myself to be very pretty. You're probably thinking, this lady, she is so full of herself. I am. I really am. You know, someone says, oh my gosh, you're stunning. I'm like, I know, like, right? Like, look at this. Okay, but yeah, guys, a story time. Interestingly enough, the days I don't feel like doing a video are the days where my videos are like so long. I don't know how it got to 8 minutes, but seriously, if you saw my videos and you're always smiling, I do have moments where I'm honestly very joyful. And anytime I turn on a camera, I look at myself, I'm like, hey, my lady, you are stunning, you are gorgeous, Phoebe. So maybe you might not see the picture that I'm painting of like a car driving on rims, but that's how it felt like for me. I remember talking to my sister and telling her like, sis, like if you like cut me up right now, you'll find a whole space of nothingness, like nothing, 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 with like a white marker that says Phoebe was here. Phoebe was here, not Phoebe is here. I felt like I was just sleepwalking through the days. And obviously, I don't want to say, oh, I saw the light, I saw the light, no more darkness, no more night. Anytime I go to studio, I can't really sing afterwards. But when I'm not going to studio, that's when you get the videos of me singing. No, it wasn't like I suddenly saw the light. No, but it was for so long, my routine has always been the same. I get up at 4, I go to studio, I come home, I work on the business, I make dinner, I'm in bed by 8. My friend who lives like a block away from me, anytime she texts me around 6, 7, 8, like, oh, do you want to hang out? Do you want to have ice cream? I'm like, no, I'm going to bed. Like, I value my routine so much. So I think what had been missing in my life was a spark of joy, creativity, you know. I think I shared the story with you guys when I got sick and I went to hospital with my friend, and while we were waiting for my results, we were like, let's go get a burger, even though I was having a heartburn. I should not have been having a burger. And as we were waiting for a taxi, we look across the street and we see a little hotel. Like we see yeah, it was a tiny restaurant, and the name, Little Italy. Mwah! Bellissimo, you know, like we walk in there and it's like, oh, grazie me, grazie me, grazie me. It was so cool. And I just ended up like lighting up. Listen, I was going, I was the patient, in case you missed that part. My friend and I took me to hospital. That's not English, but you know what I'm talking about. Like, we took me to hospital. We were waiting for my results. We were waiting for my, I think it was an MRI, or like my CT results, my scan results. Anyway, TMI. We were waiting for my results, and we walk into a restaurant, and suddenly I'm like, this is so cool. First of all, we were not dressed like people who should have been in Little Italy or anywhere close to Italy, you know? Like, we were like, I think I was wearing slippers, and so was she. She came to check in on me, found me going to like get a blood test on the side of the street in a tiny hospital. We ended up in a much bigger hospital, and then in Little Italy. And I remember smiling so much. So I think what I didn't do in like 6 weeks, almost 8 weeks, and in those 8 weeks, I think I got sick like 5 or 6 times. If I count since April when I came back from Kenya, between April and July, I got sick like 8 times. I think you guys, if you've been watching my videos, if you haven't, you can start anywhere. We don't judge here. You're always welcome. All of you is welcome here. If well, if you remember, I tweaked my back in a very silly way dancing as I made dinner. I had to go to Shenzhen to get that fixed. Like, it's just been little tiny things. Like, I get sick here and I get good, and I get sick, I get okay, I get better, all of these things. And I think that was a sign to stop, but I didn't pay attention. I just thought, I'm sick, I'm just gonna be home today, and then tomorrow I'm back to the grind. Because in so many ways, for me, success has always looked like grinding, grinding, grinding. Like, doing my very best every single day, just going rough, have no 0 days, and bam, show up. You know, like, I'm so dramatic, I know. But it's like, that's what I've always defined success. Like, if I'm not struggling, then I'm not succeeding. Like, if I'm not getting up at 4 a.m. and going to bed, like, I was gonna say dog tired, but I don't think that's the phrase. If I'm not like really struggling to get something, like, it's like, for me, even though I know it can, the manifestation and everything, I've never truly believed that I can succeed fully without struggle. Like, if I'm struggling and I'm succeeding. And if I'm not struggling, then it's too easy. And somehow, too easy doesn't feel good enough. One hand up, two hands up, two hands and stand up if that's you. So, just one day feeling like I can't go on anymore. 2 Thursdays ago, just pulling a plug on everything. Every single thing was like, and so on Friday, 2 weeks ago, I spent the whole, I think I journaled like 20 pages or something. I had just started doing my morning pages on Wednesday. I'm looking on my calendar here, guys. I got 2 calendars that sit on my table. This is the fancy office one that just sits there, and it has like words like the word for July or the phrase for July, romanticize your life, and of course like visa dates, really important dates. And this is just where I like put my schedules. I can have email reminders, but I need to see it like this. I need to see it like this. And I think I've had a calendar every year since 2020. I'll tell you the story about that later. But anyway, ever since the 15th of July, that's when I said doing my morning pages again. It's been 2 weeks, y'all. It's been 2 weeks and a few days, 2 weeks and 2 days. And so coming down to um, that Friday, I think I just journaled everything that had drained me, everything that I was like, oh, I ignored that, I ignored this, all of this. And so that's where I was 2 weeks ago. So yesterday, again, guys, if you've been watching my videos, which you should, like, guys, you're getting close to 100 days. Phoebe, I am so proud of you. Good job, mi amor. Mwah, good job. Mwah. Okay, seriously, guys, I am a tad dramatic. But you know what? This is what I am like in real life. Anybody who's ever walked with me, you know I'm a joy. And if you're my friend, you're very lucky to have me. Like you really are. Like, I'm a gem. Like, I'm amazing. I really am. Like, I don't say that to fish for compliments. Like, someone was like, you're such a lovely human being. And I'm like, right? Like, I am. Like, I know, right? You know? Which reminds me of Buzma St. John. I think she went on to, uh, which show? The Today? I don't know. She went to one of the shows and, like, as, I forget the guy's name, as he was reading her bio, she was like, yeah, you are correct. And everybody was like, how dare you? You're so full of yourself. Guys, I gotta be. Like, I gotta be. Anyway, so let me and again, it reminds me again, guys, today, this video is very chaotic. It reminds me of a video Elsa Majimbo did. Like, if you guys know, I mean, most of you really know her. I think in 2020 or 2021, where someone was like, you're so full of yourself. She's like, who do you want me to be full of? Eh? Somebody else, Beyonce? Like, I gotta be full of myself. So anyway, where was that going? So yesterday was a disruption in my routine. Obviously, I was gonna go to the studio, come home, get some work done, have just do regular stuff. Then on Wednesday, I realized my braids, which I did on Monday, started unraveling. Okay, started unraveling, and they were so rough on the dress that I was wearing on Wednesday, and that's one of my favorite tennis dresses. I'm like, so I take a video and I send it to my hairstylist, and she's like, "Oh, actually, you know what, Phoebe, come tomorrow so we can fix the ends." That means a disruption to my routine. And then I had got a mirror, which I'd been wanting to get for the longest time. And then it was like 13 centimeters smaller. I know. Like, I ordered, like, the width was meant to be 43 centimeters wide. It was 30. And I feel like I kind of had to squeeze myself to fit. Okay, that's an exaggeration, but it's like this. But I wanted this. In fact, I wanted this. But I was like, let me be reasonable. I have a cat who loves doing gymnastics when I'm sleeping. So maybe I will settle for this. But this? Like, buy this? So suddenly my mind is racing on Wednesday and I'm thinking, I gotta do this. I'm someone who loves optimizing every single moment of every day. So imagine the me that loves optimizing. Suddenly my routine is disrupted. I'm like, but what about the business calls that I gotta make? I gotta do this, I gotta do this. And so I automatically think, okay, so if that's gonna happen, if I come home, ain't no way I'm going back to town. If I'm home by 12:30, I am not going back to town. And my salonist, my hairdresser, she opens at 3 or 4 p.m. until 3 or 5 a.m. And so I'm like, that means I have to stay in town. Okay. And then my CEO brain is like, perfect. We're going to pack our tripod, a change of clothes. So afterwards, you can go film content for the business, because that's what I've been doing for the last 6 months. Every content that I've created, at least 80% of the content I've created this year, since around March, has all been about my business. And if I'm doing a video where I'm speaking, I'm talking about the business. And I love what I do. I love that I'm building a business that feels in alignment with me. I love it. But I'm a creative who, guys, if you haven't watched any of my work, I'll start sharing that in the next couple of videos after we cross 100. But, hang on. Don't go anywhere. Stay with me. I wanna show you guys this right here. Oh, come on. Yep. So, if you haven't come across my work before, this is me, guys. Yeah, this is a lot faded, but I am the creative who would climb on mountains and take photos in freezing winter Nanjing weather in December with like just a fabric wrapped around me, super duper cold, on top of a mountain. And my photographer would always say, Phoebe, pretend you're not feeling cold. And my teeth are like, and then I'm like, take a picture, take a picture, take a picture, take a picture. You know, like, I've always loved creating. But somewhere along the way, my creativity just became about the business, just about the business. If I'm speaking, then I'm preparing to do a TED Talk, never just speaking for fun. If I'm taking photos, it's because I have a shoot that is going to pay the bills, because you're going to pay the bills, you know? And so in my routine, my life just became so predictable. But when I look at my life early last year in 2024, the main thing I did was everything. I was working as a project manager. I was traveling a lot. I was working on my thesis. And I remember this day in June of last year, I had my laptop on my lap. I was preparing, it was on the 3rd of July, 3rd of June. My defense was on the 4th or the 5th. It was on the 3rd of June. My defense was on the 5th of June. And actually, no, it was on the 4th of June. Oh my gosh. It was on the 4th of June last year. I was heading to Hangzhou. I lived in Nanjing, heading to Hangzhou. And at that time, I'm sitting in a train with my laptop, with my thesis. I don't know if you can still, where is my thesis? Oh, I think I can find it for you guys. Today, I am showing you all the props, all of the props. Hang on. Where is the one that I actually used for my defense? Huh, interesting. I don't know where she is. Found it. I'm sitting in a train. I am on my 4th cup of coffee, obviously, very draining. And again, I am working, I'm going through my thesis. You know, guys, in case you missed it, I do have 2 degrees in aeronautical engineering. I don't say that from a place of bragging, not at all, but just from a place of joy. It's one of my achievements that I'm really proud of, even though I work in fashion for a living. I built a business in fashion. I haven't yet used my aeronautical engineering degree anywhere. But anyway, this is what was currently going on, guys. I'm a visual learner, okay? I am a visual learner. Preparing for my defense. My defense was on the next day, and I was going for a shoot, and I was also working on a work project that I had to finish. That's how life has always been like, working in different industries, going to Inner Mongolia for a work trip last year, and at the same time working on a project that I had with Ecosa, which is a fashion brand. Well, not really fashion, but it was furniture, fabrics, textiles. And so I remember also beginning of last year, I was in Shanxi province for a shoot with China Daily, and at the same time, that's when I think I had a project for my job as a project manager at the time, associate project manager, sorry. But yes, it was still like, I've always thrived by being a multi-passionate person. So right now, working in fashion, coming home, doing a video, taking off my makeup right after, maybe sometimes I take a shower right after if I want to stay fresh, or just have a cup of coffee, sit here, do CEO stuff, work on the business, edit content for the business, and then go to bed. I mean, have dinner, have a workout, take a shower, go to bed, repeat again and again and again. What stopped being a part of my life was creating just for fun, wandering in a place that I've never been before. Obviously, before it inevitably came because I traveled a lot for work, both in the outdoor industry and also as a model. But this year, life has been a lot more stable, which I'm grateful for. At the same time, that also meant the curiosity, the joy was no longer a part of my everyday life. And so, getting to a point where like yesterday, obviously, I was trying to optimize every single moment of the day. Like, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna shoot content, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna talk to people. And I was like, stop, stop. I was stressed about the hair, stressed about the mirror, stressed about, like, there was just so much going on in my mind. And so I was just writing everything down, and I thought, what if I just wander tomorrow? Like, what if I just go to a place I've never been? I've been wanting to check out the mall here in Guangzhou. I've never been, even though I've lived here for like 8, 9 months now. And so I tomorrow yesterday after leaving studio around 11, I was like, I'm starving. So I went to Caesarea and I got myself a steak, which was amazing. I didn't film it because I was very hungry, and also just because I post every day on YouTube, I'm also trying not to just film. I don't want to turn my entire life into a series. No, just I want to share what I want to share and keep what I don't want to share, and that's perfectly okay. And so as I was sitting there having lunch, I thought to myself, okay, we could go to places we've been before, or we could just get off on a random stop in the metro and just walk. And I gotta tell you, people, I can't believe it's taken me 24 minutes to get to the actual story. Welcome to my TED Talk, people. Anyway, so I got there. and I just got off a random stop. It's on the way home, but it's like 5 stops after studio. Every time I'm in the metro, I'm always like, this metro stop looks so cool. So I got off yesterday and I'm walking around, and suddenly they have like a mall inside, like inside the station. This is so cool. And I pull out my camera and I start filming, and I find this lacking coffee. I'd been thinking I gotta have coffee, but I just had steak, so I'm like, I cannot have steak and coffee. My body doesn't work that way. But now it had been like 30, 40 minutes later on. I'm like, I can have a coffee. Again, I am a person who I will eat the same thing, go to the same place, get the same coffee order, because so much of life is unpredictable and I like keeping certain things predictable. So yesterday I got to Luckin, and of course I'm like, this is my latte. I'm like, okay, let's try something else. And I got like a golden Ethiopian blend latte, which I've never tried. And I got it iced, and I'm thinking I should have got a hot. And I'm like, no, let's just try iced. And in the metro, the AC is like full blast. So I am so like, I'm shivering at this point, and I was wearing a backless jumpsuit, classic, and now I'm holding a nice coffee, and I didn't even have a scarf in my bag. um, Embrace the creativity. So I go on and I Google where is the closest H&M from here. So I end up taking another metro and another line, and suddenly, I think 2 3 stops away, I get off, and suddenly I'm like, I don't know where I'm going, but I like it. I like it. I like it. And so I'm wandering in the mall, and I see really cool things. Some of them I film, some others I don't. And it's like, suddenly it's like something, like a light came up in my brain, like, oh, it's been a while since we just explored for the sake of exploring. Like, I feel like I see cool things when I'm heading to studio in the morning or when I'm heading home. And I'm like, I'll do that someday. I'll do that soon. I should do that, without ever doing it. And so suddenly I end up at a crossroads, and I go to H&M. I don't see something that I like, but I see something. But before I see the thing that I want to tell you about, in case you watch yesterday's video, you know that. But I find another shop right opposite H&M, which is like a combination, like a mashup of Bershka, Pull and Bear, Forever 21. No, there was not Forever 21. Stradivarius, Massimo Datti. I feel like I'm butchering the name, but you know what I'm talking about. There was like so many brands on there. Zara Home, and they were like all in there. Honestly, I was going to look for inspiration, the same inspiration that hit me last year when I thought, okay, I think I'm gonna move here and start a business. I had no idea what business I was gonna do, but I was like, I think this is the way, this is the call to be an entrepreneur, my lady. And so I I just did the thing, you know? And so, interestingly enough, like, just being on that store, I didn't buy anything. Every time I'm like, let me just go and might see something I like. Nothing. But being in the space was like, I love this shit. Oh, can you curse on YouTube? It's my channel. I can do whatever I want. But I was like, I love this. Like, I like it. I love it. I like it. I love it. I like it, love it. Okay. Okay, guys, I'll behave, okay? No, I went. And so afterwards, when I went back to H&M, I caught a reflection of myself. I was like, hold up, my lady. Guys, every time I do my hair, all I think about is about the size of my forehead. I don't know if you've ever heard me say that. If you haven't, I am so glad we made it to day 97 without talking about my forehead. Because you know what? Anytime I changed my hair, or when I had open hair and I would get it dyed, the first thing that would always come was, and I was still deciding whether I like this hair or not. And then I saw a reflection of myself. And it's like listen, I do my makeup every day at 4 in the morning because I'm in front of a camera every day. But it's like I saw me. There were mirrors everywhere. And suddenly I'm looking, I'm like, I like it. I like it. I like it, like it, like it. I like her. I like her. I like her, like her, like her. Like, pretty lady, gorgeous lady, sweet Phoebe, awesome girly. I want to know you. I want to be friends with you. It's like everywhere. Everywhere was like stunning, delicious, tantalizing, gorgeous, fantastic, voluptuous. I don't think that's the word, but I felt like I hadn't really looked at myself in a really long time. It was like I saw me. You know how I saw the light? It was like I saw Phoebe for the first time in a long time. And suddenly it's like I had this smile. The whole time was just like, like I was like, she's so cool. And you know what? Suddenly I'm like, this is why I came to H&M. Not to buy anything, because I didn't find something that was like, oh, this is wow. I work in fashion, so my taste has shifted a lot. I don't just buy anything anymore. It's like if I buy it, then I like it, then I love it, and I'll wear it every day or every other day or every week. But if it's something that I'm like, I'll wear this maybe next year, no, I don't shop like that anymore. I'm so proud of you. Aw. But yeah, it's like I saw me, and suddenly I like start going up the stairs, down the stairs, down the stairs, up the stairs, down the stairs, up the stairs, blah, 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 blah. Like, it was so fun and so cool. And then just by being there, it like lit up my brain in a thousand ways, and I felt so joyful. And there was a little kid who was looking at me and just hitting his mom like, Mama, why go around like that foreigner? And there was a lady who works in H&M. She was going like up the stairs, down the stairs, up the stairs, down the stairs. And at some point she was like standing in the corner and she's like, just finish. Like, okay, okay. She was like, just do whatever it is you're doing and I'll just go when you're done. I felt really happy yesterday. Just being there. And then afterwards, I met up with my suit supplier yesterday. But I had my tripod, yo. I had my tripod. I didn't film any business content. I just had conversations. I had fun. Later on, I went and got my hair fixed at the edges. And at some point, there was like 3 Kenyan ladies just fixing my hair. And we were swapping airport horror stories like, oh, have you ever been left by, which has been your favorite airline so far? Which was your worst? Have you ever been left at an airport? All of these things. And I caught myself laughing. And then the mirror in front of me in the salon saw me and it smiled at me. And I was like, gosh, I missed you. Like, I'm so sorry that I got being busy, working so hard that I almost missed the point. I almost missed, like, I think how can I, during the extraordinary retreat, we were going through a round robin and saying, I deserve ... And the lady said, I deserve to fill my own cup. And I laughed and I said, I deserve to first find my cup, fill up my cup, and then serve from my overflow. For the longest time, I've just been pouring from an empty cup. You can't really do that, but I've been doing it, or at least trying to prove it can be done. And I just completely almost missed the whole point. And during that same extraordinary event, there was a lady who said, I deserve to enjoy the life that I'm building. I got so busy building the life and forgetting that the builder of the life also deserves to enjoy the journey. And every time I pop in here and I say, I hope I inspire you to show up, to be the best version of you. I hope I inspire you to go do that thing that you've been avoiding, maybe like I did with YouTube. I inspire you to go after your dreams, to think and dream of a big life. And I forgot to do exactly what I say. I forgot to say, I see you and I believe in you. I say it to you guys every day, but I feel like for a while there, I didn't see me. I've always believed in me. The Lulu is the Solulu until it's true Lulu. I've always believed in me. At least for the last 6 years I have. And when I haven't, I have amazing, incredible people around me who remind me that I borrow their lenses and I see myself in the same light they see me. So the belief part is not the problem. I see you, I believe in you, and I'm sending you all my love. I see you, I believe in you, and I love you. I love me. I believe in me. But I didn't see me for a while. And yesterday just changed that. And boy, when I did my mirror walk last night, I remember thinking, I celebrate you for seeing you today, Phoebe. I celebrate you for loving on you so hard. And when it got to the part of forgiveness, I forgive you for not seeing you. for keeping on going so hard that you forgot to just stop and see. When I got to the point, the part of the commitment, I celebrate you for, I forgive you for, I commit to you that. The biggest commitment I made myself last night was to never stop seeing me again. That if I take 3 steps, you see how when you have a kid, you're like walking and you look, you're like, oh, baby, you're still here. And you walk and you're like, oh, my son, you're still here. Oh, my baby, you're still here, you know? As you hold their hand, I forgot to give myself that. And so I stopped seeing me. And I never want to do that again. I want to see me. And I want to take 1 step forward and be like, hey, Phoebes, I see you. And take 2 steps and look and say, I see you, Phoebes. And 3 steps. And as I build my business, as I build my life, as I build my relationships, I want to still look and say, I see you, Phoebes. I really see you. Sometimes it's easy to get caught up in what you're building, that you forget to enjoy it, that you forget who you're building it for. Because what's the point of getting up at 4 a.m. if I don't take the time to take in my life and also enjoy it? In closing, I don't think I've ever done an over 30-minute video, but today we're like at 36 minutes. In closing, yesterday my friend Claudia posted something which had me laughing, because at the end of last year we were recapping our year, what we did. Obviously I had just moved to Guangzhou. It had been like a month and a half, and I was like, Claudia, like I moved, like the biggest thing I did this year was this great leap of packing up my entire life into boxes and like driving for nearly 24 hours and finally pressing restart, like restarting my life. And so she was like, what's your word for 2026? My phrase for 2025 was expand my capacity, and I did. 2026, I said build a better life, like better health, better relationships, stronger friendships as well. The relationship with my family has always been great, but can it get better? Like, can it get greater? You know, right now I think we're at greater, but of course there's always room for greatest. And she picks the word disintegrate. Like, we're so crazy. Like, this thing, Claudia, really? Disintegrate was her her word for 2026, and mine has been built. And I think 3 weeks into 2026, I said kicking and screaming. I have been building kicking and screaming. I'm like, oh, I don't like this ish. You know, I'm like, why would I pick the word build when I could have picked something like spa, massage, soft life? I picked build. And so last night, in reflection of the day I had, I was thinking to myself, I should have picked a soft word like makeup, pretty face, you know, soft life, like I said. But I picked build. And so for me, build always felt like you work until you drop dead. Like you just keep going and you push yourself so hard, which I do. And then I realized that the things that have felt so good, I didn't have to grind to death to get them. The things that have felt so good, I didn't have to hustle and prove and show up and show things. They just came effortlessly, like walking up a staircase in H&M, catching a reflection of you and saying, I see you. I see you, Demi. I see you. I believe in you. I love you. And like what I was saying earlier, it was no long, we'll come back to that. But it was, I don't know, build felt like such a hard, but like walking in construction in Guangzhou in 38 degrees summer weather. But my friendships, they often feel like a breath of fresh air. My relationships, they feel so good, like a place to just nourish my soul. You know, someone was asking me why I didn't post my video for the night, and I said, I was in such a safe space. My brain just completely turned off for like 24 hours, which is exactly what I needed. And so the things that have always nourished my creativity, my curiosity, my sense of art, they come so effortlessly. Like when I allow them in, like when I'm not chasing, you know, the cliche, I don't chase, I attract. It's so cliche, but it's so true. And I realized perhaps building doesn't have to look like grinding to death. Perhaps building doesn't have to look like this painful thing, like driving a car on rims, or like pulling a butter top on the floor, or like clawing over glass. Perhaps it doesn't have to look that way. Perhaps building is being in alignment with the business, with the clients, with the people, with the life. Perhaps that's what building ought to look like for the rest of 2026. Perhaps I've been building, but because I completely missed the mark, like I feel like I should not just, no, I don't want to say shoulda, coulda. What I choose to do from yesterday is to just add a subtitle to build. Build in an effortless, sustainable way that brings me joy. Because what's the point of building something that sucks? Something that you need to escape from, something that you need to take a break from. I want to build in alignment, build in joy, build in spaciousness. I cannot believe I have spoken for 41 minutes. This is what effortless looks like for me. I want to build this way. I want to have my YouTube channel blossom the same way this video is, just by showing up as me, as all of who I am. And by seeing me and by checking in and saying, hey, Phoebes, I see you. Hey, Phoebes, I believe in you. Hey, Phoebes, I love you. You know, the whole shebang. And maybe this was always the point. There was a quote I saw, and it went something like, today God spoke to me in flowers, and I, who was waiting on words, almost missed it. Let me say that again. Today God spoke to me in flowers, and I, who was waiting on words, almost missed it. I don't want to miss my life because I'm trying so hard to build something that I think I should be building, while I can choose to not slow down, but I can choose to take it in as I build it, but in an effortless, aligned way, as opposed to the grind and the hustle. Maybe this was always the point. And so as I do today's video, the smile is not fake. I don't think my smile has ever been faked. Every time I see me, I'm so happy. It's like seeing a friend, seeing your best friend and being like, ah, my lady, it's been a minute. And yeah, as I do today's video, honestly, if you cut me up and open me up, all you see is dancing, is a lot of dancing happening inside of me, a lot of joy, real joy, and a lot of patience and gentleness and kindness for myself for this phase of life. And you will not see a whole lot of nothingness that says Phoebe was here. The reminder that I needed this last 2 weeks, the reminder that I needed yesterday and that I needed today as I do this video. Phoebe is here. I'm not back at the point where I say, I'm back. I was gonna curse. I don't know if you saw that. But I'm here. And I'm okay being here. And I'm okay taking my time to slow down. And I'm okay with where I am. And I deserve to enjoy the life that I'm building for the builder who is me. That was so cringe. Guys, thank you so much for being on this journey with me. I am so grateful. I didn't think day 97 would be such a long video. Like, this just breaks the record. And there's a part of my brain that's like, you're gonna have 2 views from your brother and your friend. And I'm thinking that's okay too. I am really proud of this one. This has been really good. Proud of you, Phoebe. I see you, Phoebe. I believe in you, Phoebe. And I love you, Phoebe. And for you, dear watcher, thank you for your support on this journey. I see you, I believe in you, and I'm sending you all my love. And if it's your first time here, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. My name's Phoebe, and I post videos on YouTube every single day for the last 97 days, except for day 9. So hit that subscribe button, share this with your friends, your mama, your auntie, your sister, your bestie, maybe your wife, maybe your niece, maybe your nephew, if you have a nephew. Anyway, guys, this is getting out of hand. I do have to call it a day. But yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Ciao, Bella. And I'm sending you a lot of kisses today. So, mwah, bellissimo. Ciao, Bella, guys. Mwah. I'll see you guys tomorrow.